morning everyone. Dr. M. Kavitha, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, AJK College of Arts and Science. Today discuss the subject of Auditing Assurance 2, Auditing Receipt, General Consideration, Cash Sales, Receipt from Debtors, Auditing Purchase, Vouching of Cash and Credit Purchase, Forward Purchase, Purchase Return, Allowances received from suppliers. These are the first unit topic. First is discuss from auditing. Auditing is a examination, inspection of each records, each books of accounts. There will be following in this inventories of all documents, recording transaction for accuracy of financial statement we will be provided for the organization. So auditings we will be defined from verification of activities, inspections, requirements. Can you enter in this organization in particularly the specific function, process, production may be suitable for we will be defined in the auditing. So auditing is a based from administrative purpose, documentation purpose, risk performance may be followed in the corrective action for the auditing report. So auditing is a systematic independent documents process, auditing evidence, recording statements and other information. It will be relevant, verifiable, evaluating objectives that will be defined for the auditing. Auditing may be extended in criteria of policies, procedures also requirements. There is a main three types of auditing. The one of thing process audit. Process audit, it will be verify in this all process of limits. There will be evaluation, methods, predetermined instructions, confirmation, standard effective instructions. We will be analyzed from process audit. So process audit may be the confirmation of time, their confirmation of accuracy of data, responsiveness, component mixtures. These are the auditing of process audit. Another process production audit. Production audit, it is the second type of particular product, hardware, process, materials and software evaluation, confirmation requirements. So the specification, performance standard, customer requirements, these are the product audit. Other than system audit. System audit is conducted by this management. It is verified from the each document, activities, performed, examination, evaluation, objectives, evidence, applicable element of effective development of documentation. These are the system audit. So quality of management system, it will be extension of quality management program, confirmation, policy, contract, commitment, regulations. These are the quality of management audit. Next topic is audit consideration. So audit consideration, it will be review of audit each employed independent in the support of three general type of audit. So audit consideration regarding from the first one of thing, purpose or scope. Another purpose or scope in the particular department function by the management, audit related management interest, assessments, area of performance, efficiencies. We will be analyzed for the auditing consideration. So auditing consideration may be is classified in this internal or external. Internal or external, it will be dependent in interrelated for the auditing performance. So internal, it is a based from the employee of organization. External is a based for the outside of the organization. So internal refer for the first part of the audit. External is can be the second part of the audit or third part of the audit. So internal or external audit consideration. The next auditing consideration may be defined for the nature, time extension, procedure, performance, entity, other than thing financial statement of factors from internal audit functions. Maybe the audit consideration in the three key factors, analysis from the information, obtaining from information, opening balance, other review of procedures. Auditors, we will be working papers, comply in the quality control standard concept. We will be consider for it. So prepare for the audit. So first of all, prepare from the audit of planning for audit. So planning is a additional time need or taken from adequate preparation of auditing concept. Other than thing, accounting standards, another process of organizational challenges. Other than thing, learning fast for the information.
Other than thing, developing timeline, assessing responsibilities, another organizational data. We will be analyzed from the planning of audit. Some of key factors using from the audit of company, the cost, relationship, reputation of the organization, auditing approaches, transparency, expediting. These are the process of where will be used in the auditing purpose. Another topic is cash sales. So cash sales is based from the internal checking, control, cash sales from this pertaining in this information given from the cash transaction, credit transaction given from the cash or bank balance. Another thing, cash sales transaction of issue of cash menus, cash sales. Some of example in the cash sales or cash bills in the cash transaction. Other than thing, verifying in the cash sales or carbon copies or cash menus, we will be analysis from the summarizing books, maintenance of heavy subsequent tracing in this cash transaction. Other than thing, cash transaction of auditing transaction in the cash menus, misappropriation of transactions, entries, there will be analyzed from the cash book summaries. Other than thing, the next concept of cash sales, we will be ensuring in the promoting in cash transaction of bank transaction. You are classifying in the journal, ledger. We will be enter in the cash register. There will be updated in the daily checking in the each transaction of entries. These are the cash transaction. Another topic is general consideration of vouching. So vouching is a verified from each amount, profit, consideration done by the auditor. So the first of all, the overvaluation of closing stock or analysis. Another one, inflation of sales amount, omission of sales return entries. Another, understatement of purchases, understatement of expenses, omission of bad debt recovered. These are the checking from each transaction by the auditor. Another topic is capital and revenues. So capital and revenues, it is based from each recording transaction of profit or understanding of balance sheet. There will be true or fair position. There will be analyzed for the capital or revenues. Another one, valuation of current asset. There will be analyzed in the income or revenues in the current asset of the year of profit. Inflating like that debtors. Certain amount is not reliability or losses whenever we will be provided from the current asset values. Another thing, fictitious assets. So fictitious assets we will be determining in the development of assets, patents, trademark. Written from all net assets we will be calculated in this business value of real. You are analyzing in the fictitious asset. The next of all, income and revenue of stock and trade. So stock and trade will be analysis in the financial record and running of account maintenance from the stock and valuation of closing stock, their content of values applied from the consisting purchase of the year. The information available from the maintained from the stock records for the organization. Another topic is audit of sales. So audit of sales, it will be maintained from the each sales record. You are maintained from the accounts of cash or credit sales in the fixed rate. Your auditor will be vouching in all cash transaction, sales, delivery channels, fixed rate, invoice, credit sales transaction. You are maintained from the stock register. Additional information they have analyzed from the auditor. So all sales transaction particularly given from the accounting records, books of accounts, properly classified for these cash sales, credit sales, export or sales tax. It will be analyzed in the each factors. Another one of thing, cash transaction of sales, it will be involving in this invoicing all goods and delivered to the customers. Another thing, all credit sales has been account maintained in the books of accounts. Each sales of price in lower level, fixed price, another supported from the proper reasons. We will be determined from the all factors. Another thing, audit of purchases. Normally the purchase of auditing, there will be find out in made economically according to the rules, directions. Any quotations we will be consider in the exceeding amount of purchase purchase consideration or purchases. The purchase may be made from the, unless otherwise the quotation, record, reason from contractory, rate paid, interest rate, quotation approval, we will be considered in the purchase. So purchases in the quantity or quality, there will be certified from the stores in charge or verified from the stock registers also maintained. So purchase transaction are paid from the accounts. All purchase transactions of different suppliers presenting for the each every transactions. Another thing, cash purchase transaction required from the publicity, investing, quotations also your analysis. Another, in case of purchases, is immovable property. In case of immovable properties of sales, registration, another manipulation of papers properly secured or maintained in the purchase transaction. Another thing, salary and allowances. So salary and allowances, the entire withdraw of transaction, relevant rules or orders we will be determining for the auditing. Another than appointment of staff, as per the regulation, it will be posted, it will be paid from the salary and remuneration. Newly appointed staff also, you are providing in the appointment letter, salary have been paid for the properly recorded in the salary register. We will be determining for it. Another thing, the payment of salary duly acknowledgement, paying fees, fee of staff only, salary increment as per the regulation or rules or orders for it. As a government servant or retired government servant, I want the date of rules and regulation highlighted in the reporting transaction. Next topic is traveling allowances. So traveling allowances regarding from the TA and another rules and regulation are applicable for the auditing checking in the transaction. Each journey of officially authorized in the complainant authority for traveling allowances. So DA claim duly supported from the receipts, proper sanction of obtain or informations for paid from the money. Another rent receipt will be original produce for the room rent, traveling bill, claim settlement within the 2 months from the date of completion in the journey. These are the traveling allowances. Another one, vouching. So vouching, it is based from inspection of vouchers according to the accounting standard 5. There is a auditing evidence. This is one method of obtaining from the auditing evidence. It will be based from the inspection, consist of examining record or documentation. So each documentation evidence, it will be maintained from the accuracy of entries. It will be maintained from the accounting books is called vouching. Vouching is a technical term referred to the inspection by the auditor, is a documentary evidence. It will be supported substaining transaction. It is simple meaning of carefully examination of all original evidence. Some of example in invoices, statements, receipts, we will be analysis for the auditor. Another thing, vouching is based from minutes, contract, view to ascertaining in the accuracy of books of accounts. There will be find out in the entries omitted in the books of accounts, vouching test, entire entry appear in the primary book or initial for the auditing purpose. So vouching is a examination of documentary evidence, supporting of transaction, containment, books of accounts, refer to the vouching technical, there will be followed by the auditing transaction. Records are also maintained from the primary books of accounts. Other than thing, some of auditing evidence in accounting standard in the method of obtaining in the evidence. Another one, testing detailed transaction. Another one, auditing procedures also followed. Auditors may be obtained from the each evidence, completency, accurate, validity, factors also analyzes. Another some definition of according to the Taylor and Perry, vouching is a examination of the evidence offered to substantial of entries of in the books of, including in the examination the proof fair as possible that no entries have been omitted from the books. It will be analysis. Another thing, each act or documentary evidence in order to ascertaining in this accuracy, entries,
here will be maintained accounts is called as vouching. Another definition of according to Diski, vouching is a consist of comparing each entries in the books of accounts within documentary evidence in support. Therefore, it means check each correctiveness and each corrective transaction they have analyzed for the accounting vouching. And the next topic is accounting standard evidence or vouching. It is enabled to the each transaction even pertaining in the entire during given this period. They have analysis for it. Another topic is vouching of cash payment. So cash payment, it is merely the determined for the money concept. It will be paid from the auditors or payment. There are the following purpose. The first purpose, payment made be properly and behalf of the business and behalf of the business charges are paid by the charges. Another one, vouching of cash transaction, payment made receiving from the corrected, another related from the period of audit, another here will be reducing in the mistakes, payment may be deducted, fraudulent, another payment may be paid from the corrective records in the books of maintenance. There will be following in the keeps of maintained in the voucher transaction. Voucher transaction may be collected properly, filled numbers, arranging data wise, duplication. Voucher should be obtained each transaction of all vouching transaction. Another, all vouchers pertaining in the particular voucher in the same time they have analyzed from the each voucher entries. Another, voucher entries may be checked or auditor should be initial may be produced once the support of other entries. It will be transaction of vouching transaction. Another, vouching entries may be used from the auditor to see the vouching entries, name of client, business transaction, maybe the comparing in the documentary evidence, considerable necessity, there will be benefit or verifying payments can be received by the business. Other than thing, every management you are directly, indirectly see the support of auditor, seeing goods and services mentioned by the vouchers actually has been received by the business. Another, vouching transaction of date of voucher may be checked by the auditor each date wise, period wise under the audit. Date of voucher may be the period of under must be correspondent entire in cash book, entire in the cash transaction. Another thing, the vouching transaction may be the confirmation of nature of client, business, all unusual transaction may be carefully checking in the each cash transaction. Another, vouching transaction carefully noted in the purchase to the knowledge owner by the business. Another thing, explanation of information regarding from the voucher should be obtained earliest opportunities. Another thing, receipts for payments more than certain amount, revenue, stamps, particularly the specific amount, we will be verified from the vouching transaction. Other than thing, the detail in the voucher should be agreed to entire in the books, all details. Some of example in the date, amount, calculation, total may be corrected. All transaction we will be determining for the vouching transaction. All voucher may be checked, payment responsible for the officials. Auditor should be ascertained in the particular amount correctly, postpone, appropriate account, distinguish any other observation between the capital and revenue expenditures. In case all payments or expenses determined from the auditing period by one the particular under audit are disclosed to the auditor, all payment made in the advances. Other than thing, auditor may be ascertained in this payment, maybe the contractory entries, terms and conditions to the agreement, and that benefit of cash discount have been properly adjusted in the accounts. Next topic is vouching of purchase book. So purchase book of maintained from the all purchase invoice entries. Purchase book in these books of actually received from by the business clients pay only goods or delivered by the suppliers. There will be auditor, there are analysis in this vouching procedures, internal controlling system of purchases,
person involved in the purchasing authorities and responsibilities, procedures related to the receipts of goods. These are the factors or analysis. Another next topic is auditors' duties of vouching in credit purchases. So the first duty of auditor is internal checking system. See the following observation. So internal checking system are followed in this record, purchase order, duplicate copies to keep maintained from the office for records. Other than thing, proper records of all purchase order, there will be keep maintained in the record, or send the accounts department, it will be verified. Another thing, all goods received from the recording goods, copy of each transaction, accounts of department, credit transaction, cash purchase, credit purchase, you are maintained from the purchase books. Another, verify from the auditor. The next duty, the purchase books can be verified in the purchase invoices, copies, orders, place of goods received, goods inward in books, copy of challans, suppliers names. These are the factors or analysis from the auditor. Another concept of checking in the auditor, in quantity mentioned of invoice in the same show the purchase book, it will be checking or clarifying in the transaction. Another one, the price charged from the suppliers per quotation as per the price list of suppliers. Another thing, the goods for purchases may be personal use of directors or officers, business clients. It will be determined from the debit of purchases. Another auditing, it will be checking in the each invoice, duplication entries or original invoice already have been recorded. It will be certain in the statement of suppliers, verify in the purchase record. So purchase record or voucher from the each entries, it will be clarified from the auditor. Another thing, vouching of purchase return. Sometimes purchasing goods returned back from suppliers, some various reasons, it will be considered in this quantity, specification of orders, or not recorded from the returns. In case purchasers sent back invoice alternative, credit noted or obtained from the suppliers, it will be including in the original, includes in this invoices. Other than thing, auditor's duties. So the next topic, auditor duties, it should be defined, sent to suppliers, credit notes received from the suppliers. Another written of quantity written as per the written note may be corresponded, maintained from the storekeeper record. Written outwards registers, gatekeeper outward registers, it will be checked from the duty. Another one, the amount show the credit note should be verified. Another duty of, he should carefully about recording in the purchase written from current year. Another, the purchase written from the first month, the last month, according to the accounting year, it should be vouching in the carefully deducted or manipulation of the amount. Another case of purchase return or forward contract in future purchases, raw materials at will be agreed price now as forward purchases, provisions, any losses, export of agreement involving in the huge amount or losses from the each transaction. Thank you everyone.